Good morning, everyone. We're continuing KITZUR HILCHOS SHABBOS, and we are in the malacha of Zriya, of sowing, planting seeds, and the like. And he says that there's litei mayim al Zrayim, even putting water on seeds or places that could grow on Shabbos is a problem. Other things that a person does that will help tzmachim, plants, and grass, and the like to grow. It's included in this malacha. That's watering, and you'll be chayav for planting or for sowing. Therefore, you have to be careful on Shabbos if you're eating outside. You're in a place where seeds are growing, where grass is growing, where plants are growing, trees are growing. Do not pour any liquid out onto the ground, because you're going to help with the growing, and that's going to be an issa of zriya. Therefore, a person should be very careful on Shabbos not to eat in a garden, in a place where things are growing, seeds are growing, plants and the like, because we're afraid that the water that you're drinking or the liquids that you're having, or if, even from the foods, if it splatters on the ground, is going to cause things to grow. So too, let's say that your sukkah is on a grassy area, and you live in a place where it rains, and water has fallen onto the roof. So in the East Coast, they have something called shlak, which is like a covering that goes over the roof of the sukkah when it gets too rainy outside. But after the rain disappears, and that means the sukkah stays nice and dry inside. So now the rain stops. Now you want to open up the shlak, open up the roof, so that you should be able to sit in the sukkah again and fulfill the mitzvah. Well, when you open up the roof, you have to be very careful. The water's going to fall off of it. And if your sukkah is on a grassy area, you're going to be in big trouble. You don't want the water to fall into the grass. So let's say you had a chair that was outside at the time of the rain, and as there's indentations in the chair, so the water now has gathered on the chair. Now you want to sit down on that chair. You have to be very careful. You don't want to turn it over and pour out the water, because now the water is going to go onto the grass, and now you are causing it to grow better, and that's going to be part of this prohibition of zriya, of sowing. Therefore, we have to be careful. Don't let children urinate on the grass, in a place where the things are growing. There are those that say that also helps the grass or the flowers or the trees to grow, and therefore you'd be over on a prohibition there as well. Because of this prohibition, you're not allowed to take flowers or branches of a tree that have fruits on them or that have flowers on them and put them into water on Shabbos. If the water is going to help it to open up, the flowers are going to open up and do better because you put them into water on Shabbos. Any other type of growth that's going to be able to happen from it is going to be a problem. But if you're in a case where you're not concerned that it's going to grow or the flowers are not going to open up, now there's a distinction whether the flowers were already in the water during the day before Shabbos came. If you would remove them from the water even on Shabbos, you could put them back into that water itself. Since that has already been in the water, nothing is going to change now that you put it back in, that will be permissible. But if they were not in water yet, someone comes to your house and they bring you flowers before Shabbos and you didn't have a chance to put them in the water, now what do? First of all, your guest wants to see that you're taking care of them. Secondly, they're probably going to die if you don't put them in the water. Now you want to put them into the water on Shabbos. Or let's say the water that it's already in got dirty, you want to change it on Shabbos. And even if you want to add water, all these cases you cannot do. You should go ask your local Orthodox rabbi. Such a thing happens, but in general, we paskin over here that if the flowers were not in the water before Shabbos began, you are not allowed to put them into the water on Shabbos. If they were in there already, the chiddush is you could take it out and put it back in to the same water. That everybody will agree with. Shaila is if you change the water, it's new water, it was never in there before, that's what we seem to say a person should not do such a thing. Have a wonderful day.